Hello YouTubers. So, it's been a month since I relapsed on benzos. 30 days. And I'm feeling a lot better than I was then. Still not perfect, but a lot better than I was then. So the last video I made was when I was in bed, and I wasn't well enough to set up a camera and all that stuff. So, but I'm a lot better than I was then. Yeah. But the reason, I'm not sure if I explained it then, but the reason that I relapsed after I hadn't used benzos in over a year. About a year. And what caused me to relapse was I started a new antidepressant, and I didn't want to, but I did anyway. And I felt very sick. So I just felt too sick, and I thought, well, I used this benzo once. It's been a year. Even though I thought I was having some withdrawal effects. I don't know, I wasn't really thinking. But it happened. And within 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I started getting hot. Which I guess that was just like the withdrawal already, kicking in or something, I don't know. But it wasn't, it didn't have the same effect as when I used to take benzos. It was a completely different effect. Yeah, and some of the mental effects came back. It wasn't 100% as bad as the worst I've been, but I mean it was nasty still, and it wasn't nice. And I was stiff for days, and I had trouble walking, and just didn't like leaving the bed, and my head was all over the place. But it's 30 days now. I'm here. I've managed to set up the camera, so I'm slowly getting better. But if you're someone that has relapsed, it just goes to show that you can get back on track. It might take a little while, but just gotta have faith, I guess. But I'm gonna keep on going until one day, all of my withdrawal symptoms are gone, because I still have quite a lot, but I think a lot of it's in the mind as well, of course. But it's just tough. But some light meditation has helped, which I've only just started doing again. I stopped completely. Now I'm doing a little bit. I can tell that it's helping a little bit. But that's one of the things that is one of the few things that, for me, I think is one of the things that can help. Because there's not many things that really help in benzo withdrawal. And everyone's always trying to sell you something, and even if they're not trying to sell you it with money, they're trying to just sort of be like, yeah, this, trust me, this will do this, and it's just not the truth. It's just not the case. Like, a lot of the times, we of course all react differently to things, and different benzos can have different effects, including what you do afterwards. And one thing that many people don't realise is that, and I've had people tell me that I'm actually wrong in this, and I know that I'm not, is that different benzos, of course they all act on GABA, but different benzos also have different affinities for other neurotransmitters. So what one person experiences with Xanax withdrawal won't be the same as a clonazepam withdrawal. Not just because it's a different drug, but because, and not just because of GABA selectivity or whatever you call it, but also because of its affinity for serotonin and its affinity for dopamine, which is especially true of Xanax. It's one of the reasons why it's hypothesized that it is more addictive. But anyway, I can't remember what my original point was with that. Anyway, that just proves I'm in benzo withdrawal. I have no idea what I was talking about. Anyway, whatever I was on about, just, yeah. Oh, that was it, meditation. So anyway, yeah, so meditation for me is one of the few things that sort of does help. And I can tell that it helps. But it doesn't necessarily make me feel good, which is interesting. But I can tell that there are different results when I do it and when I don't do it. And I think I function a little bit better when I do it. But I don't do much, because once I did too much. I spent a few months doing way too much, and I was like, whoa, don't do too much. But yeah, so I've just started sort of like eating more, and I've had a little bit of caffeine, like I have like the odd little bit of, it's not great, Pepsi. Should probably quit that and drink tea, but yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like I'm as I said, like I'm feeling a little bit better now, like quite a lot better actually. But still not great, but you know, better than I was, which is, you know, when you're in benzo withdrawal, it's like you're in hell, literally. But I'm planning on making more videos for this channel, because I have 2 other channels, but they're mainly gaming channels. And with this channel, I'm hoping to maybe do a little bit of vlogging, maybe, I'm not too sure. But I had a written blog for over 15 years, possibly over 16 to 17 years now, but I only write on it once or twice a year. I bought a new bike, which I'll try and show you without pulling the focus on this and ruining the video. So there's a new bike that I built, assembled, whatever. So I'm hoping at one point to take that out, which would be good to, you know, get out there and get a little bit of exercise as well, and sort of challenge myself, because I'm agoraphobic, you see, because of the benzo withdrawal. For 5 years I pretty much used benzos to handle going out and stuff like that. So, you know, a lot of people might find that useful, who knows. But it would be good to share it with people that understand that what that's like. With the new bike, I bought this new GoPro. This isn't an advert, don't worry, I'm not trying to sell you a GoPro. But I bought this. Actually it's not new, it's manufacturer refurbished, or refurbished by a professional, whatever. But it's, I had the money, like, I had more than enough to buy a brand new GoPro, but I didn't want to. And then I did anyway. And then I changed my mind. And then I changed my mind again and bought it. And like, so basically I ended up buying 3 or 4 GoPro Hero 7s. And I looked at the credit card bill and I was like, oh my god, what have I done? I'm not even going to use half of this. Like, why do I can't afford this. It's on a credit card. But yeah, so basically I ended up buying this GoPro 5, Hero 5. I'll explain why. Because I think that the GoPro Hero 5 is a good choice for a lot of people right now, if you can get it at the right price, rather than spending over £200 on one of the newer ones, or over £300 or whatever. Like I mean, you know, as I said, like I bought the newer one and I cancelled it. Before, you know, before the refund had even processed, there was like 3 more that I cancelled, and I only wanted one, but my benzo mind just couldn't decide. And anyway, So yeah, so hopefully I'm going to do a little bit of playing around with that GoPro. I'm going to do some cinematic sort of footage with it, and I'm also going to take it out hopefully eventually, but I have no idea when that will be, because I'm taking things as they go and small steps, you know. But also I've seen a lot of people on YouTube doing these reviews for MREs, rations, military rations, and they're pretty cool. I kind of like them. So I ended up buying some myself. So that one's a British Army one, this one's an American Army one, American military. And I've never had a military ration before. I've never been in the military, but I've always thought I wanted to try one eventually. So I bought some. I'm thinking about maybe doing a video on those. Maybe. But there's plenty of videos out there if you really want to know about those. But I might do my own take on them. But anyway guys, it's been great to make a video again, and hopefully soon I'll throw another video out and maybe another one there, because I do enjoy making the odd video. But anyways, thank you very much.